Hello, this is Fred at Nozzle Supply Company. We have customers that will call us. They've just bought a Mydata machine. They don't have any manuals with it. It's a used machine. And they didn't know that the tips on the Mydata tools are replaceable. So we'll do a short demo on this. This is an old Mydata slider that we've pulled off a tool that we've retipped. And you can see the Mydata tip on that. Well, this is how we take them off. We get a pair of needle nose pliers with serrated jaws on it. It'll bite into that very nicely. Put a little bit of pressure on it. You don't want to crush it, then go through and crush the end of the tube. But we get a little bit of pull on that and pull that off. If this had been a new Mydata tool, you could have done that without damaging it. Because this is just a slider, I damaged that spring. For those of you that are still running Mydata tools, that you still have good Mydata tools, when you pull that tip off, don't twist on it, otherwise you'll wreck the spring. This is a spring from another Mydata tool. That customer, he or one of his employees twisted on it, pulling the tip off or putting a new one on there, and it just wrecks the spring. You know, even though the Mydata tools, you've got them right now, they're running on the machine, why send them to an early death? So just don't twist on them. We've got here an A13, or excuse me, it's A14 tool that we've rebuilt with the extra slider that would come with it. And we'll demonstrate putting new tips on there. So this is A14 tip again. We push it on there as far as it'll go by hand. Again, if you've got a Mydata tool, do not twist on it. Mine, you can twist on it all you want. And it has a very robust key in there that will not be damaged by anything you could do by hand. You push it on there in a straight line so that you don't bend the tube. You'll notice that it doesn't go all the way up there. This is an interference fit on there, and it takes a little bit of pressure to push it home. You don't want to push this down on the hardwood table or any other hard object, as it would damage the soft plastic tip. So we're going to take an old tool catalog and we push it down until we hear it click. And you can see there it's fully installed. We have another tip here that we'll install on our spare slider. And we start it by hand. Push it up as far as it'll go. We still have a gap there. Take our tool catalog, push it home. You hear that little click as it bottoms out. And that is fully installed, ready to go. So there is our tool there, minus the doesn't have the O-rings on it, so it's not ready for sale yet, but this is the way we would sell a rebuilt A14 tool. And there is one little difference in our tips. When you get our tips, we've engineered them a little bit so they install easier. You'll struggle a little bit if you're installing a tip from Mydata to get it started on there straight, but ours go on easy and straight. Then they have the same tension at the end to retain them fully so that they won't fall off. And that's how we do it at Nozzle Supply Company.